What's good, everybody? Welcome in to the Monday Night Grind. I am the coach, and over the course of the next 45 to 60 minutes, we'll break down everything Monday Night Football. And as I look at my notes tonight, it's Arizona 2-5 against Dallas 3-4-1. Yeah, that's a real record. Tonight, Dallas had a chance to get back to 500, very much still alive in the playoff race. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, their starting quarterback is out, Kyler Murray. But some would argue they're better with Jacoby Brissett. They play in a very difficult division in the NFC West. How difficult is it? Well, right now, they're in last at 2-5. Every other team in their division, every single one, has at least 6 wins. So they are 4 right now, wins behind all other 3 teams. Motivation, that could be a factor tonight. Now, over the course of the next hour or so, we're going to be talking best bets. We're going to be talking Boomer Busta. We're going to be talking Legends Lounge. Who's going to be the next one to get their name on the wall? We'll put the link into the chat, and we want you to play along with us. Walsey has already cashed. A lot of people have already cashed. Producer man on the show, Mikey P, Raphael, each 2 times. Me and, Big Tommy and the rest of the crew still looking. Marky Model, I believe he's in twice as well. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in the guys because they're here every single Monday night. The Monday Night Crew, as I like to call them.
Oh, my God.
Mikey, what are you doing?
What? It's cold out in these streets when you're leading the Bears to the Super Bowl, Coach. So I'm just one foot in front of the other.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Sure Dog USA, and it's hard to figure out what he's a fan of, Mikey P. I'll get back to you in a second. He's our numbers guy for a reason. Say good evening to Raphael Esparza. Good evening, Raphael.
Good evening, Coach. Good evening, Tommy. Good evening, family. What a great Monday Night Football. We should see a lot of points hit the scoreboard. That's why the total is now 54.
I couldn't pull the trigger, Raphael. It just seemed too high. Remember I told you today I was going to lay the 70 cents. I'll get more into that in a second. Now, this man, do not let the dapper future on a T-shirt, love from the ladies, fool you. He is a hardcore handicapper. He's a part of The Last Word on hiatus. Did the Coach and Bro show with me today, big live number. And he's also a part of Coach and Company and the Monday Night Grind. Say hello to my man, Big Tommy C. What's good, my man?
What's happening, Coach? What's happening, guys? And you know what, Coach? We're another week closer to when the end of the season comes and we get rid of Dumb and Dumber and the rest of the Mickey Mouse crew called the New York Giants coaching staff. You gotta go. In the words of the chairman, you're fired.
Speaking of billionaires, we have a very special Ball Don't Lie coming up later in the show that Mikey decided he would take it upon himself, as long as Coach you approve, to do it in the show tonight. So that'll be exciting. Why are you reacting that way? Is that not what you said?
I didn't sound like Vince McMahon when I said it, though.
That wasn't Vince McMahon. That was me. That was not Vince McMahon. Why would you think that?
It came off Coach, I would never talk aggressively to you. You know, every time I ask you a question, it's, hey, Coach, if you don't kill me, is it okay if we do this?
Why are you grabbing your nuts when you say that? I don't get that. I don't understand. By the way, if anybody's wondering, I went and got my faded Brooklyn Nets hat because, Raphael, I got to get off the schneid. Right now, my record last week was not bad, but the last 2 weeks is bad. I got the Timberwolves tonight, who Mikey picked their injured superstar to be the MVP of the league. Let's not forget that. But I need them to lose by 8.5. The number's now 10. I'm ahead of the game.
Yep. Move numbers.
Did you see the Blazers number that I had this morning at 3 in the money line? Do you know what the money line is now? Minus 335. We got it at minus 145 this morning before they announced Luka was not playing tonight. That's next level capping, people. Next level capping. Lead by example. Now that I got that out of my system, gentlemen, if you are ready, we need a bunch of green check marks tonight. I am hesitant, but I know last night in the PM he went 3-1. So, Mikey, I'm going to come over to you and I'd like you to start us off. What do you got tonight?
Well, I am going with the Dallas Cowboys first half team total over 14.5 plus money right now at a plus 110. I've got the Cowboys in the morning show minus 1.5 on the first half spread. So the only way you can win that spread is by putting up points. I think the Cowboys at least put up 17 in the first half. And then Javonte Williams. I know CeeDee Lamb is there. I know George Pickens and Jake Ferguson are there. But give me Javonte Williams over 81.5 rush and receiving yards at a minus 115. I think he's a very underrated weapon in Dallas. And then Jacoby Brissett, you might be better than Kyler Murray, but that's not saying much. It's saying you're taller than me. So Jacoby Brissett over half an interception. He just needs to throw one, and we'll cash that ticket. And as always, Coach, your favorite part of Monday Night Grind plays. Mikey had a little lamb. A CeeDee Lamb bonus play. CeeDee Lamb over 6.5 receptions, over 82.5 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. Put them together, it's a plus 200.
I would love to make fun of it, but personally, I've already played 2 of those numbers on my own. The only one that scares me a little bit, Mikey, is, and anybody can answer this question, does anybody know how many touchdowns this season CeeDee Lamb has to date?
One.
Anyone?
One.
One,
Say
two,
one.
two,
One.
one.
One touchdown is all he's got. He has not found the end zone. That's the only part of this little Lamb parlay thing that I question, is the touchdown part. I think he has one of those 10 for 150 nights tonight, because I think Arizona keeps it close enough that the starters have to stay for the whole game. But I think Dallas rolls, or at least my money line bet at minus 170 hopes that they roll. Good job, Mikey. I don't know where you come up with some of this stuff, but I respect it. Now, Raphael, let me come over to you, because I think is that a Q? Is that a first quarter bet?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have? Explain that to me.
I'm going to take the Cowboys first quarter minus a half at plus 110. I had to steal the plus 110. It's like taking candy away from a baby, because I think the Cowboys start off hot. I think the Cowboys dominate this game. And the Cowboys have won each of their last 14 games as a favorite when they're following a loss. And we all know what the Cowboys did their last game. They lost. I think they win pretty easily. Love your money line bet, because now it's minus 185 in a lot of shops right now.
Boom. Simply what I do.
I got one more bet. I
thought you were at 10%. Sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Give me Jacob Brissett over 23.5 pass completions. This was 22.5 this morning. I'll still take it, even though it's 23.5. My projections had 24, 25 on this one. I still think there's value, especially at plus 105. They could be playing from behind the whole game, so he's going to be throwing. He's catches in back-to-back games. I like him today.
I love that play too. It's so funny, Raphael, because all the shows that we respect, there's a lot of guys out there that do this, but I haven't seen one person touting about having a great year. The game scripts have not been going as we thought they should be going. Am I right? For a lot of these NFL games?
Yeah, I mean, the books lost back-to-back weeks. I think 2 weeks ago. They won last week. They're already having a nice profitable week because what happened yesterday. So it's just been hit or miss a lot lately for the bettors, and more misses than hits.
Yeah, it's been a tough year. It looks great on paper. But Big Tommy, I know I can always count on you for 2 things. Bangers and bangers. You're up.
Coacher and boys, I'm taking the Cowboys minus 3.5, minus 108. Big fact, the Cowboys have covered the spread in 7 of the last 8 games as favorites. My second play, Coach, my boy CeeDee Lamb. Longest receptions, I'm taking the over. 25.5 minus 110. Another fact, guys, CeeDee Lamb has scored the longest reception of 28 yards plus in 7 of his last 8 games. That's a cash your money ticket right there, Coacher.
Whoa. We got to stop everything right there. You said he's cashed his longest reception in 7 of his last 8 games?
Yep.
CeeDee
Lamb has recorded a longest reception of 28 yards or more in 7 of his last 8 games.
Bang, just nailed it. 24.5 minus 130 in my book. I'll lay the juice because I trust you, Tommy T. I trust you. All
I
right.
hate to be the Debbie Downer on this one, but the last 10 player prop bets who has the most tickets written, not one of them is a CD Lamb bet.
Thank you, Raf. I love you.
Yeah. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Killed my flow.
How is that
I'm just saying, be very cautious with CD Lamb. I think Pickens has a better game than Little Mikey's Little Lamb.
Oh, no, throwing strays at me. First off, he doesn't need to have a better game. He just needs to have a 25-yard long reception. I mean, are you not listening to the show? Raphael, do it.
I took the over.
That was a stray, Mikey. That was a stray. That was a big-time stray. Wow, Raphael, you're on fire, pissing off all three of us in one segment.
Well,
he's a regular
I was in a meeting this afternoon, and they were saying so much money's been coming in on Pickens that the books are begging for CD Lamb money coming in, and they're not getting it.
Very interesting. I have 6.5 and 81.5. So you can screw the books. CD Lamb tonight, 10 for 150, a 35-yarder, and a touch. That's what's going to happen tonight. You can tell all your boys over in your little meetings during the day that they can, as Road Dogg and D Generation X used to say, oh, we're actually on. Okay. All right. Best bet. I love that.
The Cowboys are still going to win the game. I mean,
we're talking about the longest reception, Tommy or Raphael. It all matters. It all cashes. He goes 1-1. Okay.
It does.
All right. Now it's time to break things down. You may not want to bet the bets that we gave. You want to make a little more analysis. That's why you come here as well. Let's kick it off. Is Ian Eagle's son on every game? It looks like he's on the Timberwolves and Nets again tonight. This kid does every big game. It's absolutely banana land. All right, this is where we break down the game and also look at playmakers as well. But let's start with the game as a whole. We know the numbers at 3.5. Mikey, I'm going to start with you because some would argue that the Cardinals are better with Jacoby Brissett as opposed to Kyler Murray. They've done a really good job this year of playing close games and not winning them. Why not?
They don't have enough talent around him. It's Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison has not been the player that he was last season. I would be one of those people who say that the Cardinals are better with Jacoby Brissett than Kyler Murray because I believe Kyler Murray's gone after this season, and I actually like Jacoby Brissett to help the Cardinals, meaning they don't need to win games. They need to stay competitive, get a high draft pick, bring in Kyler's replacement.
That's all we need. Now, motivation, Raphael, from a season standpoint, you know these players look at the records. You know that the Seahawks, the Rams, and the 49ers all have 6 wins. They've got no shot. Is that going to lead to maybe a benefit for the Cowboys?
Well, it does. I think Cowboys at home, last time we've seen them at home, their defense has given up 40+ like there's no tomorrow. I think we're going to see it reverse. I think the defense is going to be like what we saw yesterday with the Steelers defense. Maybe the Cowboys defense does enough to shut them down and let Dak Prescott shine in that offense. And I think we see a dominating Cowboy game.
Tommy, ESPN sent everybody there. They had First Take there, NFL Live there, obviously Monday Night Football. There's a lot of momentum, and Cowboys fans are starving for this team to be viable. But you got to get back to 500 first. Why are you so bullish tonight on the Cowboys as a whole?
This is a huge game for the Cowboys. They saw what happened to the Commanders. They lost their starting quarterback. They have to keep up in the East there. They got an easy opponent tonight with Arizona. Quite frankly, Arizona, to me, is just as bad as the New York Giants, and that's pretty friggin' bad, guys. And I actually agree with Mikey. I think Brissett is a better quarterback than Kyler Murray. I don't know what anybody ever saw in Kyler Murray. I don't get it at all. I think this is a huge spot for Dallas, and they're going to show up tonight.
Man, remember when he was going to play baseball? You're like, he'll never play football.
He was a great baseball player.
Probably should have.
Yeah. Well, no, he's got a $200 million contract. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
he got his money.
Yeah. He'd been playing for the Oakland A's. That's the team that drafted him, the Oakland A's.
He never would have made $200 million there. Crazy. All right, let's get into the positions. Let's talk further about Jacoby Brissett and Dak Prescott. Dak, the highest paid player in all of football, and he absolutely does produce. But, guys, there's a little misconception this year that he's been going bananas. Mikey, he's only gone over 300 yards one time so far this year, but yet they've had some big scoring performances. How much does he need to do tonight, and does that translate into any of these numbers?
For me, the only number I truly like for Dak is an anytime touchdown because we know we have seen him use his legs. The Cardinals defense, passing defense, ranks 25th overall. So they're a pretty vulnerable passing defense. Dak should be able to exploit them. However, when you look at these numbers, 270 and a half, 37 and a half, I know we have a better play on the wide receiver side. So for me, Dak is probably best at an anytime touchdown.
Yeah, what Mikey just said is what Tommy already alluded to. We're saving 13 yards by making it specific to CD Lamb. So there's two different ways of doing it, but if you just want to go to any receiver, it's got to be 38 yards or longer. That's a big difference, Tommy. I'm assuming you would not play his longest pass here.
No, not at all. I'm with Mikey on this one. Anytime touchdown. This guy is a gamer, a grinder. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but this guy comes to play every week, and he works hard. I love anytime touchdown. He'll run it in, throw it short, do anything to get in that end zone. I love anytime touchdown also.
I think tonight, Raphael, these two guys are spot on. This is a hyper-focused game. It's a national game. It's Monday Night Football. You're going to be hyped anyway. But this, to me, is the season breaker. If they fall to 3-5-1 with all those teams in the West at 6 wins, they're done. That's how important tonight is. And Dak, how good does he have to play, and does that translate for you?
Yeah, he's going to be good, but these numbers are so high. What if it's a blowout game like we saw last night with the Seattle? What if he doesn't need to throw for 270 plus or 38 completions or whatever he needs to do? I think we're going to see a lot of running in the fourth because they're going to be up big.
They are, and he is very good at when they get a lead of double digits or more, they can just suck the life out of the clock. They absolutely can. Interesting slip there. Let's flip it over to the rushing side of things. And I had to do a little research here that they don't call him Zonovan Knight, Mikey. What do they call him? Bam Knight? Is that right?
Bam.
His number's obviously quite a bit lower than Javonte Williams. And when you're running behind or you're playing from behind, that number, he went right at this number last week, and he's been getting more and more carries, 4, then 11, then 14. How does that translate for either guy tonight?
I'm all over Javonte Williams in this game, but I'll play devil's advocate and I'll look at the Bam Knight side. The reason why this number is what it is for his rushing yards is we've all talked about how bad and poor the Cowboys' run defense is. It is not as bad as their pass defense. So I would proceed with caution on anything Bam Knight related. If anything, anytime touchdown is probably the safer of the plays here for him.
Wow, that's only plus 130 right now. It really is. Raphael, let me come over to you because I'm assuming that Tommy doesn't have a lot of research on Zonovan Knight or Javonte Williams. So let me come over to you, Rafi. Anything here on two guys that I just don't know how much they're going to be in play tonight? Certainly not Knight, but I can see why Mikey would think Williams would be.
I don't go with Knight because I'm going to talk about what the action's coming in right now. Some threes are popping up right now, so I think the Arizona money is coming in on a plus 3.5. So if that's the case, then I look at Bam Knight to maybe run the ball to keep Dallas's offense off the field. So maybe 54.5 rushing yards is good, and maybe his 69.5 rushing and receiving because he's going to need a big game if the Cardinals want to keep this close.
Do you think it could go down 2 or 3 yards? Do you think? Or will it stay at that 69 number?
I know I opened up at 67.5. Oh, I see what you did. You ain't catching me again like this morning.
Oh no! Who made that? Oh my God, that's the greatest thing we've ever
hilarious.
made. Oh my God. Mikey, did you make that or did producer man make that?
All producer man. I'm not that good.
Wow.
And you think I want to glow Zeno on my computer screen and have him going like this?
Oh, that's great.
That's
was hilarious.
amazing.
That was
great.
great.
My God. Wait till we play that the first time and he doesn't see it coming. Oh my God. Oh, he's just the gift. He is truly the gift that keeps on
If he
giving.
doesn't call off again.
Wow. What if he's watching right now? My bad. My bad. All right, let's flip it over. Tommy, I'm going to start with you. We got 2 stud wideouts for the Cowboys. We only have room for one up on the screen. I'd love to put George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb both on there. And Pickens, last week, they had almost identical numbers, 778, 7 for 74. Then you got Trey McBride, who's an absolute stud on that side for the Cardinals. Why did you decide to go with CeeDee Lamb over George Pickens tonight?
I think CeeDee Lamb's going to show up tonight. It's a Monday night game. He's been dormant for a little bit. I think he really wants to show out and show them who the top receiver is, and he is the top receiver on this team. There's no doubt about it. I love the longest reception. That's what I took. I'm taking him again. I'm riding him tonight, Coach, and I think Dak's going to ride him a little too tonight.
I think the fact, Mikey, that he's only scored one time and he missed, he's played in 5 games out of the 3, 4, and 1. So he missed 3 games. I don't think his ego will allow him to be tied for 105th. You know how they put on, he wants to be up there with the best players. He got his money. And so in order to do that, you got to have one of his classic CeeDee Lamb games of 10 for $120 or $130. And I think we see that tonight. I really do.
I agree. And to your point, I think we're all dropping the ball on what the CeeDee Lamb narrative was. Remember opening night against the Philadelphia Eagles? He went absolutely off. What did he fail to do? Get in the end zone. So CeeDee Lamb absolutely has to show up. George Pickens should be his best friend. Give George Pickens 70 yards if it means you're getting to 130 and a touchdown. This should not be hard for CeeDee Lamb against this Arizona Cardinals defense.
When you look at the box score right now, it's pretty obvious, Raphael. It's always CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, then a big drop off. And they've been getting a ton of targets to each. So I don't know how they're going about it in their game plan, but at least when they go out on the field, Dak's doing a pretty good job of keeping both guys happy, at least as far as targets are concerned.
Yeah, because you're not hearing anything negative coming out of the offense about Dak Prescott not sharing the ball. He's been sharing it well. I am blown away that CeeDee Lamb's minus 105 for anytime touchdown. You already said he only has 1 touchdown this year. That's telling me right now that there's so much money on it that he's a minus when people can research and say, wow, he has 1 touchdown. Why are you betting it now at minus 105? That is yuck.
It really is, but it plays to what the public normally likes to do. And I even get sucked in at certain times, and you like to bet the players that you hope will have a really good game instead of those that actually will have a really good game. All right, gentlemen, well done breaking down the different playmakers that we're going to see.
Really quick, Coach. I hate to ruin your flow, but
No,
Michael Wilson has the most tickets written for receptions at 2.5, and Pickens has the most tickets written for receiving yards at 64.5 with the opening number. Now it's anywhere between 67, and one shop has 68.5 now. Pickens.
It's between what did you say?
Opened up at 64.5. Now it's 68.5.
Oh, I could have swore I thought you said something else, but my hearing's going.
7.
Did he say 67?
No, I thought you were going to say that. Yeah.
Thought you were going to middle it to get yourself there, Coach.
He said 67. He just wouldn't say it again. By the way, did you see the video of the Dodgers on the plane? I think it was Blake Snell. He had these 2 guys, and he was like, "Hey, Roku." I think there's a guy named Roku. He goes, "Hey, Roku, do you remember what games that we won in the World Series?" He goes, "Well, I think we won Game 6 and Game 7." It was hilarious because the kid had no clue. He had no idea. All right, it was a great weekend in the NFL. A ton of upsets and a lot of scoring. And we like to break it all down in a little thing we like to call boom or buster. Do you think the Nets thought, since I'm wearing my hat, they're supposed to play well tonight? Because I don't like how this thing has started. So in order to change my luck, hold that phone real quick.
For those curious, the Nets are currently up 5.
Yeah.
Currently up 5 points in the first quarter. Coach thinks
it's early. It's early. It's NBA.
Now, the 4-letter word club is back in the house. I never should have put that damn Nets hat on anyway. They're up 6. Shit, I almost took the over, the 26. Okay. Anyway, so the boom is always the good performance. What team did you look at and say, yeah, they're fantastic this particular week? Mikey, let me start with you. What's your boom team of the week?
Coach, I can admit when I'm wrong, and I can come on this show and eat crow, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry, Sam Darnold. I am sorry that I doubted you. I'm sorry that I doubted the Seattle Seahawks. I thought I was playing Madden or I fell asleep and hit my head. I said 28-0 in the first half against the Commanders. What Commanders are they playing? 1776? It was, unbelievable. What a performance for Sam Darnold in that game. The Seahawks, my boom team.
Raphael, where are you headed?
I'm going to Pittsburgh Steelers. Defense. Now, not the whole team, just their defense, because they finally played a really good game. In their 3 losses this year, their defense has allowed 33 points per game. Against the Colts, they had 5 sacks and they caused 6 turnovers. Congratulations, Pittsburgh. You finally played defense.
They did. They looked every bit the part. Every bit the part. Tommy, who's your boom team of the week?
Well, my boom team was Pittsburgh, but Rafi stole that. But I can go with the New England Patriots. These guys are for real, right? Mayo had a different coach last year. We got new coaching in there, and they are for real, folks. Watch out for them. They look really good. What are they? 7-2 now, and in first place in the East. Who would have thought that a year ago, fellas?
Yeah, who would have thought they couldn't cover 5.5 up 14 in the game? Not my boom. And how do you tell somebody that we don't talk in the pre-production meetings by telling them we don't talk in the pre-production meetings? My boom team of the week. They're very quiet. They're very quietly playing great football. And they're also in the same division as Mikey's boom team. I'm going to go with the LA Rams. Right now, this team every single week is going out there. They're beating the teams they're supposed to. They're blowing them out when they're supposed to. So there's no pressure right now on Matthew Stafford whatsoever. Now, I understand that all 3 of these teams, they'd have to have everything fall correctly to all 3 make the playoffs. But right now, they're all 3 playing like a playoff team in the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Rams. The Rams are my boom team of the week. Now, for every good boom team, there's got to be a buster. Mikey, where are you headed this week?
I would never kick a team while they're down, Coach. Never. But when you lose to Joe Flacco, the Cleveland Browns, and then Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, Green Bay, what are you doing? What are we at? Jordan Love's an MVP candidate. He beat an old man in Aaron Rodgers. Then he can't even beat Bryce Young. Bust the Green Bay Packers.
At least they didn't lose to the Panthers at home. Oh, wait.
At least they didn't do it wearing the worst jerseys in NFL. Oh, wait.
Every time
like
you like the helmets. Forget about the other ones. Look like they're from 1955. I love the helmets. Raphael, who's your busta team of the week?
Love beating up the dead horse because it's the Saints again. And we have to watch this Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. They might just win 2 more games. And I'm stressing the word might. This team is awful. The Pelicans next door haven't won a game yet. The city is awful.
Big Tommy, I can only imagine where you're going tonight.
I'm actually, my Giants could be a buster every week, but I'm not going there. I'm going Detroit Lions, folks. This guy, they had a home game yesterday against a division rival, and they didn't show up for it. You lose to Minnesota Vikings. I'm not saying they're the greatest team in the world. JJ just comes back, and they lose. That's a big loss for the Detroit Lions. They're my buster of the week.
That's a good one, Tommy. You took mine. So no, I'm kidding. I'm going all the way back to Thursday. It's embarrassing when you have a quarterback that you've paid that coveted number of over $200 million to. So you're locked in. It's embarrassing when you come into the season and people say, hey, I think they're on par with the Buffalo Bills. And then to the Ravens, you waste my time, 3 hours of my life that I cannot get back. 28-6. You fire your GM. Of course, it's the GM's fault. He's down there throwing and catching passes all over the place. Dolphins, be better. You suck. My Now, we have a very special edition this week of. Do we have Mikey? Do we have a transition for Ball Don't Lie?
We do not yet. It's
Okay. I couldn't remember. I didn't want it to start while I was talking. All right. So every single week, we like to put Big Tommy and Raphael into a little competition. So today's more of a opinion based that I will be the judge of because Jerry Jones sat down on SiriusXM today, I think right around the same time as my daily show, Off the Ropes, 2 to 4 Eastern Time, Channel 156, Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. And he talked with Stephen A. Smith. And we have 3 different sound bites. And then Raphael and Tommy, you're going to tell me whether or not it's a truth or a lie. So, producer man, cut number 1. Roll it.
A lot of action going on right now in terms of trading. And we certainly have made a trade, and we may make a couple of more trades before that deadline.
So you may make a couple of trades before the trade deadline?
Well, we've made one.
All right, you've made one. What was that for?
And we possibly could make 2 more, and I'm going to wait and let you read about that.
Okay.
When we send the papers in tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. So, Raphael, do you believe that Jerry Jones has already made a trade that he hasn't sent the paperwork in for? Is that a truth or a lie?
That is a lie. He's just trying to get his name out in front of stuff. So I do not believe anything that comes out of this man's mouth.
Tommy?
I think it's true. He's so senile. I think it's true, Coach.
It's clearly a lie, Tommy. You cannot make a trade without the paperwork going through. Then it's not a trade. Then it's just a phone call. Then it's just a, hey, you want to do it? Yeah, let's do it. But until paperwork, that's an absolute lie. Raphael, you get number 1. You've been dominating Tommy as a
winner. Yes.
Yeah, dominating. All right, cut number 2.
Not one time, not even in the hottest of days and 2-a-days in August in Texas, between 11 in the morning or when they quit practicing or 4 in the afternoon, did I never see any one of these 2 go over and lay on a damn training table in front of 1 million people.
Mikey, who was on the video? Was it like Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith or something?
Michael Irvin and DeMarcus Ware.
Okay, I knew it was Michael Irvin. All right, Raphael, is that a truth or a lie that Michael Irvin and DeMarcus Ware never sat on the training table in front of the crowd during 2-a-days in August, which, by the way, takes place in the desert of California?
That is a lie, because last time I checked, Michael Irvin is a wide receiver. That is a big fat lie.
Tommy?
I agree. That's a lie. Big time lie.
Of course it's a lie. We know what he did in his off time. He's sweating bullets all the time. Michael, why are you sweating so much? Oh, no, it's up late last night.
Yeah.
We were busy. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, there's this sweat just coming down. Of course he sat on the training. Give me the IV.
Yeah.
Right there. All right. So far, Raphael 2, Tommy 1. Cut 3, producer man.
What you do, Stephen A., is a little bit of my philosophy. Okay? Controversy. Controversy. I'm serious. Dead serious. Not serial killing. Not that. But controversy. The Dallas Cowboys probably have the kind of interest that we have in no small part because we stay out front and we stay controversial. When it gets slow, I stir that shit up.
What is he talking about? Raphael, do you believe the reason that the Cowboys are the most expensive franchise in American sports is because when it's slow in June, Jerry's out there stirring shit up? Truth or lie?
100% truth. Last time I checked, he works for the NFL, and that's what the NFL does. They're in the heart of summer. They're trying to put everybody else behind them.
Tommy?
I say it's true. He wants to stay up front, be America's team. Anything he can do to stir the crap and talk about the Cowboys and make them relevant even more is true.
Gentlemen, you didn't listen to the question. The question was, are they the most valuable? Because no, they live in the state of Texas. They sell the most merch. They have the biggest fan base. It has nothing to do with controversial stuff. And I don't even know what he's talking about. Is that Micah Parsons? We offered him the most money in the world. That's controversial? No, that's business 101. Disappointing, gentlemen. Listen to the question.
I was distracted.
Yeah, we had that face come up.
that face come up. I was distracted by the question.
Mikey, did you do that face thing?
No, he put Jerry Jones over.
Hold
How
on,
are
now,
you doing this? How are you doing this?
Listen, I would never come on this show and make it about me on the Monday Night Grind. I am here to help the team get to the promised land.
Oh, my God. In that outfit, too.
Oh, my God. Oh, in that outfit. What is happening to my show? Oh, my Lord. I don't even know how you just did that. I seriously don't know.
That's pretty cool. I have to admit that.
It was kind of cool. Can we do this on Coaching Company too? Just asking. Meaning the covering the face thing. All right. All right. We have reached that time of the show where, all jokes aside, I started getting my feelings just a little bit, because one thing I don't like in my life is to feel like I'm being left out, like I'm not part of the cool club, not part of the cool kids, don't have a lot of friends. And right now, me, Big Tommy, a couple others, that's exactly how we feel. It all ends tonight. Who wants to be a part of the Legends Lounge? Now, there may or may not be rumors out there that in said lounge, when Mikey is said kicking it with said patrons, that he does the Jerry Jones accent as a opening line. Is that true, Mikey?
Hell yeah.
All right. We've got rules here. Producer man has put this into the chat. I know Walsey always likes to play. The chat queen Kimberly likes to play. Abass likes to play. So, how many of you that I'm staring at right now have gotten in twice this year?
Wow.
Raphael didn't see the
Dude, you literally did your fingers outside of your box.
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
Coach, real quick.
Tough evening.
Myself, Rafi, and Mark. I think if you take me, Mark, and Raphael, it's about 6 or 7 times we've been in the lounge.
Oh.
So Mark, by the way, did you guys see who Mark had as a special guest on Weekday Wagers today? Did you see who's cheating on us with Weekday Wagers? Anyone?
The mayor of the Dirty Dirty.
The mayor of the Dirty Dirty with Champions League picks the day before. Don't worry, I'll have a conversation. Don't even worry about it. I'll handle it. All right. So who was the first one to get to 2? Was that producer man?
I think he was.
Yeah.
He was? All right. I need to see the screen. Producer man gets to go first. And since he is faceless and nameless, he said no. He says no, he's not in. Then who is?
He's got one. He's got one.
He's only got one.
Oh, he's got one.
All right. He says he is not. So who's the first to get 2?
Mikey was.
Nope, Raphael.
Raphael? Okay. All right, Raphael, you get to go first. Who's your pick tonight?
I'm going to do that mine as a trend. We saw defense show up for the Baltimore Ravens on Thursday. We saw the Pittsburgh Steelers defense show up on Sunday. That means give me the Cowboys defense to show up tonight. They're going to get a pick 6 to put me back in 3 times.
Now you're just showing off. You're just showing off now. Because if this hits, you will be insufferable. Insufferable. All right. Now, I know Marky Model and Mikey got in twice as well. And since Mark's not here, Mikey, I'll let you go next.
I am taking Amari DiMercardo simply because I want to see if he can cross the goal line with the ball in his hands. That would be fantastic for me to get in 3 times. Also, very quickly, because the gods hate me, coach. The football gods hate me. This line came out, he was plus 1,400. An hour before the Monday night grind, he jumped all the way back to plus 2,800. The books must know he can't cross the goal line. I don't care. We're taking it anyway.
Mikey, is this the only screen? Did Mark not turn in a pick tonight?
No Marky Model pick tonight.
Wow, so disrespectful. All right, producer man up next, Michael Carter. Why can Michael Carter, Mikey, score the first touchdown tonight?
Well, he was signed, and then he was on the practice squad, then he was cut, and now he's back. I mean, they have a love-hate relationship with one another, so maybe producer man is more feeling the side of love, and Michael Carter will get to the end zone first out of that very confusing Cardinals backfield.
Yeah, I think you're right. We know producer man's a hard-hitting NFL handicapper, too. This man knows, very little. All right, up next, Big Tommy. Where you headed, big dog?
Coach, I'm taking Marvin Harrison Jr. at plus 1,000. I'm polishing up the pinky ring. The 3-piece suit is in the dry cleaners. My man's going to do it, and then I'm going to show up to the club cleaner than the Board of Health.
Your 3-piece suit is at the cleaners?
Yeah, man.
Never heard of that, but a 3-piece suit is what you said. 3P.
Yeah, vest, jacket, pants. Come on, dude. Get with me.
3-piece. Piece.
Peace.
No, you did not say that. But it's okay. It's okay. All right, Mikey's gone, producer man. Michael Wilson. Now, here's the interesting part, Mikey, because I do believe the Cowboys win tonight. I'm going with reverse psychology. Why do I think Michael Wilson could score the first score tonight?
Well, I believe Raphael said there was a lot of tickets coming in on said Michael Wilson. So if his receptions are over 2.5, you just need one, coach. He might be the forgotten man that the Dallas very bad secondary forgets to cover. Wide open, Michael Wilson.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You took the words literally right out of my mouth. Right out of my mouth. Young Peyton is on Turpin tonight. He's kind of a forgotten receiver for the Cowboys, but he can certainly show up. He's a little undersized. DG, very say it with me, guys. Chalky. Jake Ferguson, stud tight end for the Cowboys. DG must really want to get in and not care. Big Chuck, he was waiting on that send button. He's on Dak Prescott, plus 3,500. Great number for a weekend. Guys, a lot of quarterbacks scored touchdowns this weekend. A lot. There you go. Caleb, Trevor Lawrence, a lot of guys scored. So Dak may not be a bad play. And then Soupy is on the other quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, at plus 2,800. So you guys have seen the link in the chat. We want you to play. I believe Walsey, he may be the only 2-time champion from the chat, I think.
Yes.
In his robe that he has yet to send me mine to wear on the show.
I got mine.
Whoa. Walsey sent you a robe?
Yeah, you didn't hear about it. Me and Walsey are tight. That's why we cashed on the Bonnies this afternoon.
You did hit that play live on the show. I'll give you that. You won by 6. It wasn't like it was a blowout, but hey, first play of the year, we'll take it. We'll take it. By the way, as soon as I changed my hat, I was down 8, up 3. If you know, you know. Let's go. Walsey, if you really send him a robe, we're going to have issues. We're going to have issues. I'll wear it on the show. Don't even kid yourself. All right, boys, we got to go over our picks one more time, and then we got to get the hell out of Dodge because the game starts in, about 20 minutes? What time is it? 45 after? All right, it's perfect timing for the show. All right, let's recap our best bets, and then we'll have our final takes. Mikey, what do you got?
I am going to start with a first half team total for the Dallas Cowboys over 14.5. I believe the Cowboys put up a lot of points and they'll do it early. Then give me Javonte Williams over 81.5 rushing and receiving yards. If the Cowboys get a big lead, they will lean on Javonte Williams and Jacoby Brissett over half an interception. I just need one, Jacoby. Just throw it to somebody. And then Mikey had a little lamb, a CD lamb. Bonus play. CD Lamb all together in a parlay over 6.5 receptions, over 82.5 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown for a plus 200.
Just find the end zone. Raphael, what do you got tonight?
I think the Cowboys first quarter -0.5 at +110. And I'm going to give a Tommy nugget for you. Dak Prescott's last 13 primetime games, he is 13-0 and 10-3 against the spread. Big win for the Cowboys tonight. And then give me Jacoby Brissett over 23.5 passing completions at +105. He's going to be throwing a lot because he's going to be down big early.
No doubt about it. And by the way, it's a Big Tommy fun fact, not a nugget. Gimmick infringement. You're welcome, Tommy. All right, Tommy, your 2 plays. What do you got?
I got the Cowboys -3.5 at -108, and I'm taking CeeDee Lamb, longest reception. I'm taking the over, 25.5 -110.
I got a better number in my book, 24.5. So they're right around 24.5, 25.5. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think it's going to matter. So I just got a text. Somebody's watching us live on the air and may or may not be on a stripper pole. Interesting. Is that a truth or a lie, Tommy? Our 4th one.
That's a friggin' truth, dude.
You're damn right it is. You're damn right it is. Bang, 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 bang. Let's go. Let's go. All right, final take time. Final game of week number 6. Cardinals and the Cowboys. Can they stay relevant in the playoff picture? Big Tommy, start us off.
I think this is a big night for the Cowboys. They're home. They're playing a Fugazi team and the Arizona Cardinals. Big night for the boys.
Raphael.
I'm a little bit shocked that I didn't see a 4 pop up. I just don't see how Dallas loses this game. I can see a double-digit victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Mikey P.
I think the Cowboys roll in this one, so I'm not worried about talking too much about this game. Guys, in 24 hours from now is the NFL trade deadline. So here's my open plea to Ryan Poles, general manager of the Chicago Bears. If you don't trade for someone, I'm trading my fanhood anywhere else.
What the hell does that have to do with the Cardinals and the Cowboys?
The Cowboys roll, and then I needed a therapy session.
Where do we find him? I blame myself. I know. I blame myself. I blame myself. Oh, my God. And by the way, the person who sent me the text may or may not be happy that I just said that. But, hey, I'll deal with that when I'm off the air. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. My final take is this. I think that right now we're seeing a resurgence in the NFL of star players that stay healthy really starting to step up in the biggest games. They understand that they can't just have 2 for 25. So tonight we're going to see the stars step up, step out. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Dak Prescott. We go over the team total with 29.5. If you know, you know. They've scored at least 40 points in all their home games this year. Where's the game at? That's right. It's in Dallas. They go north of that number again tonight, and they really show the world how good they can be. Gentlemen, well done, as always. Even you, Mikey P.
Of course.
We'll be back live tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We got the look ahead to week number 10. We've got the first college football rankings. We'll preview those. We've got the NFL trade deadline. We've got college basketball 20. We've got everything. We've got everything. So just tune in, set your notifications. You guys know what time it is. We love to laugh. We love to learn, and we love to do it together. In the meantime, on this Monday night, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Monday night football tickets straight to the pay window. My entire team. Damn it. Do I love them all? My man, Mikey P. Raphael, my numbers guy. Big Tommy seeing all of his fun facts. And producer man having way too much time clearly on his hands. In the meantime, I am the coach just trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day right here. And even at night on the Monday Night Grind. See you tomorrow morning.